Hello everybody, how you doing? Sorry I'm a little late. I have the air conditioner, hold on. That should be better. Okay, Paul, Ross, Mike, and Mike. You like that, huh, Mike? Ross, how's your drum shop? And Paul, how's your drum shop? Paul, did you get your books? Okay. Two guys were here this afternoon. That's Mike and Ross. No problem. We're going to start working at them once in a while. That's four-way coordination. Anyway, we're going to kind of review what we did this afternoon. And I just sent you a brand new set of PDFs. That's actually page 11, 16 through 22, to complete the series. So you have Gary Chaffee Part 3A, Gary Chaffee Part 3B. And we're going to work on the B part, and then we're going to go back to the A and B and hang out and improvise and orchestrate or whatever. And then we're just going to follow these patterns, the symbol patterns like the straight eighth notes like we did. This one, this one parallel, or this one. We're going to work with the stick control book and reference off the stick control book as foot patterns. It's an endless journey. Now, all I'm doing is giving you the mechanics and the math. As far as someone saying, well, this is what you use in this particular song, that's nonsense. You use whatever you can use or whatever fits the music. But now, what you're doing with me is learning all the mechanics of these various things, and you're storing them in your library, your drumming library. So it's going to help you, without a doubt. What's going on here? How many people? 85 people. Hello. I should be so lucky one day. I'll tell you what, if I get 80 people at a time in here, I can hire an AV guy or person. And what we can do, we get different camera angles. I have somebody coming Thursday to set up another camera to do a different angle. Maybe the bass drum angle. I'm not certain yet. See how it works. So we'll have an overhead, a frontal, a right, and a left. So that'll be good for everybody. Okay, so let's go. What is going on with this computer? All right. Let's go to what we did this afternoon. There's 6 people in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think, right? 5. All right. What we did this afternoon, we established a new symbol pattern, or a new, I don't like to call it fatback because it's not really a fatback. I think when the book came out 20 years ago, 25 years ago, he referred to it as fatback, meaning it's a heavier fat backbeat. So he went fatback instead of fatback beat. Okay? Fatback, you don't always come back to the 1, it becomes a little funky. And that's coming too. We're going to be working on some funk patterns. This is a developmental process that we're doing now. So, the new guy, our hi-hat, is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to count 16th notes, okay? And we're going to do it slow. And every time I come to 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm playing my hi-hat. 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4E and the... Now it's essential you count. That's the hi-hat part. Now the right-hand part is on the ands. you could have a variety of things to do, but let's just contain it to one voice, which is just basically the ride cymbal. So now we're going to have the hi-hat and the ride cymbal voices. 1 E and. See it's coming on the end? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. And now we're going to add the left hand onto a 4. 1. That's the pattern we're going to be working with this evening. And the objective here is to be able to play. This is not a four-way chord, it's four-way, but it's not, it's not the end of what we're going to do with this. What we're going to do is we're going to make the bass drum the dominant voice. I don't mean like a cannon, all right, but above here, 1. I'm going to play the bass drum on 1 and 3. 1 E and 2, 3. Now we go. 1, 2, 3. Now notice my 3 other voices. I tried to make them consistent. That right hand and left hands in unison. Developing on 1 staff. I play a little heavier backbeat on the 2 and 4. 1, 3. Get that. I like to make it all the time. Sometimes I don't, because I have some distractions going on, and it's not a good example, because if I wasn't watching the computer or thinking about what's coming next for the lesson, I would probably be right on it. But I get with the left hand, I get a half the rim and half the drum. See that sound, that sharp. So I have 1, 3, 4, 1 E how consistent I tried to make that. Now, I'm going to play the bass drum as the first one, number 1, on the count of 1 and 3. 1. Count 6 digits. There you go. 1, 2, 4. That's a simple one. It's not going off the wall or whatever. Now we're going to go to the next one, which is number 2. You can refer to this as permutating the bass drum, or this is part of the grid. 1 E and 2. On the E1 and E3. 1 E and 2. Here we go. 3, 4. Now I'm not trying to groove on this. I'm demonstrating this. This is an educational platform, and I'm doing it slow. So now we have the 1 and 3, the E of 1 and the E of 3. The next guy is the and of 1 and of 3. 3 E and then 1 E, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. Now, in reality, I really hate this pattern. And I'll tell you my reasoning for hating it. I mean, I don't hate it like I want to shoot it, but it reminds me of this disco thing. And I remember when disco first came out, some of the music was cool, the dancing was nice, but it took a lot of work from live musicians with the DJs. That was ridiculous. So I'm kind of like, partial to this. I don't like this pattern at all. But it's in essence, it's going to help develop the coordination. It goes, coming down on the downbeat. Now you come on the upbeat. 1. All right, that's just, fooling around there. The next guy, instead of the end, now we did the 1 and 3, the E of 1, the E of 3, the and of 1, the and of 3. Now we're going to go to the da of 1 and the da of 3. 1 E and 3. Now we go. 1 E and 3 E and 4. Sorry. Okay, any questions? up to this point? Everything okay? We understand it? I need some interaction here, yes, no, maybe. This is just one kind of approach. There's a few other ones I could show you, but this is actually, I believe, the most productive one. You have a question, Mike? You understand it, Ross? You understand it, Mike? And Michael Lewis and Paul understands it. Thumbs up, okay. All right. So now we went to the dot. Now, you know, I'm not going to perform this. I'm just showing you, like I said, the mechanics. We're going to go to number 5. The bass drum is on 1E and 2E and 3E and 4. So we play our pattern. 2E, 3E, and 4. Okay, next guy is on 1 and 3 and. Now, what this is going to do, you're going to find the more you get involved with these kind of patterns, the easier it's going to, all of them are starting to become. You hang out just like you do with the stick control book or developing your hands. This stuff becomes easier and easier because you're inside of it. So I would like to recommend just doing it over and over. Practice a whole lot. Okay, now we have the 1 and, now we have the 1 da. Did I do that one? 1 and 3 and 4. Okay, let me stop for a second. I have to say this. What I told everybody this afternoon, I mean, this is going to go eventually to the new breed, into some funk, because I'm counting this. And counting is the basic platform. Eventually, that bass drum is going to be what you're humming as the bass line of the bass player, or the feel of the groove. Now, talking about the new breed, let me suggest something here, or let me tell you, the guys that weren't here this afternoon, what I'm working on. Now, Gary Chester was a studio musician, very creative, brilliant, good drummer, okay? And I have some of his friends that I know, really good friends, and actually, the two of them came here and did a show a couple times. And I talked to them. What's happening with the new breed is his daughter, Gary Chester's daughter, is doing a documentary. She's putting a documentary together on Gary Chester. And both these gentlemen were involved with it. So I had a discussion with them on Skype. And see, the whole thing is that what they want to do, what I want to do, is compare approaches. They're going to come here and do a live lesson, the three of us, myself, Carl Lathan, and John Berger. Both those gentlemen they had the pleasure and the fortune to study with Gary Chester. And we're going to do a show. We're going to put one together for everybody. It's going to be on YouTube, and it's going to be free. Or I might put it on my site and be free. But anyway, what I'm showing you here now, the mechanics, we're going to take to the next platform as the concept of the new breed. Now you're getting it, it's actually first hand, but you're saying second hand because it's the students. So I'm trying to put that together, and I'm working on that. The only problem that I have with that, okay, is these guys are busy all the time. One's doing shows all over the country, the other one's traveling out of the country. So as soon as both of these gentlemen could fit something in that we're both can be here at the same time, then I'm going to announce it. It should be a very, very interesting platform, a very informative platform, because everybody talks about the new breed, the new breed, the new breed. And nobody really knows, most people who talk about it don't know what it's about. So we're gonna kind of try to change that. So I hope it works out, we'll have that going on. Okay, again, I'm gonna ask, from this point, any questions? Now, I'm not gonna play this open-handed, okay, that's pretty tough. What I'm gonna do is just lay this out the way I presented to you, the, what you call the PDFs. Now, I believe we just finished number 7, we're gonna go on 8. And yes, I did say this afternoon, because I'm talking so much and interacting, it's a live lesson, I will make a video, like I did with this one. There's no talking, it was just me demonstrating and explaining. I will make a video of tonight's lesson. When I can, I will. So sit tight, gentlemen. Okay, so now we're on the E and. Now, for those who know how to read, what's this? Oh. For those that don't know how to read, you look at this, number 8. You have a 16th note rest, 2 16ths and a 16th note rest. If you add all of them up, it equals 4 16ths. If you reduce that, it equals 1/4. So you're counting 1, E, and Da. 1's the rest, E, and 2 16ths, and Da's the rest. So with my bass drum, I'm just playing E, and. I'm going to just demonstrate the bass drum part. I'm going to count the 16ths. 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and. Now, I'm not talking down to anyone, but as an instructor, I need to demonstrate that, and you probably, everybody here knows how to play that. But this is going to be on YouTube, because it's being recorded, and I need to explain that for those people who don't know. And if you don't know, then, now you do, you should know. Okay, so we're on the E and. We'll play our pattern. 3 and 4. That's why, all right, there you go. Okay, on the E and, you look at number 9. Again, the reason why we're counting the 16th notes. The 4 16ths equal 1/4. The first note of 1 is the 16th note rest. This is a number 9. The E is a note. The and is a rest, and the Da is a note. So I play number 9 with the foot pattern. Excuse me. Number 9 with the foot pattern. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Does everybody know how to read that particular one? I'll go into a little bit more of an explanation if you don't. We all know how to read that, gentlemen? 1 E and. Hello? Mike does, Michael does, Paul does, and Ross is practicing. All right, Ross. Okay. I just apologize. Like I said, I need to explain that. All right, number 9. 1 E and 3 E and 4. 1 E. All right? And I'm not swinging this. I'm not demonstrating my abilities. I'm trying to project this so your abilities get better, or a better understanding of it. So we understand that. Now look at number 10. Number 10, we're on the and-a of 1 and the and-a of 3. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4 and 1E and 2. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3E and 4. 1, 3, 4. 1E, 3, 4. And Paul, if you're still having not difficulty, but trying to go forward with the 1EN, 2EN, this stuff is going to help. Because now you're separating it and you're getting different control positionings in your brain. It's going to help with everything. Like I said, it's going to get easier. So, let's go to number 11. Number 11 is 1EN, 2EN, 3EN, 4 and 2 and 4. I'm sorry. This bass drum pedal's driving me crazy. Hold on. Okay. I gotta take that double beater off. Okay, now, number 10 again. Go to 11, which is Paul's favorite. What's this? Number 11? No, number 11 is 1E. You saying, I can't see that, I'm sorry. Hold on. Number 11 is 1EN. Hold on a second. My goodness. All right, let me see. Where did everybody go? Wait a minute. All right. Number 11 is 1E and. It's supposed to be 1E. Number 11 I gave you on the PDF. I might have made a mistake. If I did, I apologize. I have to check it out. If I did, I'll correct it and resend the PDFs. Number 11, you have 2/16 in the 1/8. So after the lesson, I'm going to look, and if I did make a mistake, rather, I will send you new ones with the mistake corrected. So number 11, you have 2/16 in the 1/8. You have 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E. Here we go. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. Is that on the PDF? Does everybody, if I made that mistake, I mean, I do a lot of writing during the day, a lot of teaching and practicing, you know, and playing with my kids and kissing my wife and having dinner, taking a nap, you know, this old age stuff. But if I made a mistake, I will correct and send you the one. Okay, the PDF is missing the and. I apologize. But that's number 11 is 1EN. You got 1EN, 2 and 3E and 4. All right? So here we go, number 11. 1, 3, and 4. Okay. Number 12. Before I go to 12, I apologize. I'm going to resend them to you, okay? Who's this? Jeremy. How you doing, Jeremy? You're late. No cigar. Okay, so let me explain the reason I was having difficulty with my site they were doing some kind of construction. Well, that's what he calls them, but they're not really fatbacks, but yes, that's what it is. All right? It's a heavy backbeat, fat back. So he's giving you a fatter backbeat is what it should be. It's not a fat back pattern. We're going to get into the difference, all right? Not right now. But anyway, like you gentlemen, the reason why I'm on YouTube, and I'm still going to stay on YouTube back and forth to my site. The reason why my site wasn't bringing out the video, okay, or the live stream, was on their end. One of the links was not connecting, and they repaired it. So they say. I tried it this afternoon, and it does work. So Wednesday, I'm going to try, okay, to stream from my site. And if it doesn't work, and you can't hear me or can't see me or can't interact with me in chat, say after 5 minutes, we're going to come back to YouTube. So just bear that in mind, okay, gentlemen? So let's say the lesson is at 8:30, it's not working. Let's make the lesson, instead of 8:30, 20 minutes to 9. You understand that, gentlemen? Now, Jeremy, do you have my, are you on my email list, Mr. Jeremy? Oh, my Lord. All right. Email me again, Jeremy. Boy. Unbelievable. Okay, that's my email. I apologize if you haven't gotten any. I just sometimes don't know how that works. So I'm going to contain all the ones that are extremely interested in these lessons to one section. So email me again and I'll put you on. All right, I'll send you the PDFs as well, okay? Now, like I said, we're going to try Wednesday on my site, 1 p.m. and at 8:30 p.m. Like I said, if it's working, we're in business. If not, we'll just wait 10 minutes. If the lesson's at 1, wait to 10 after 1, and we'll be on YouTube. If the lesson's at 8:30 and it's not working, come to YouTube by 20 minutes to 9. Okay, gentlemen, we all got that. And Jeremy, you email me, okay? All right, now, we did number 11, correct? Now we're going to do 12. 12's a little strange, but it's part of the line. 1, 3. Now let me break that down. And most guys get this confused. That particular pattern, that particular figure, the downbeat 1 E and. You have a 16th note, which is equal to the 1. You have an 8th note now, which is equal to E and. Then you have the da. So your bass drum part is 1 E and da. What I'm going to do when I make the video, I'm going to put these on one surface first. For example, if I'm going to do 12, it would be 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. So you understand the figure itself. And then we break it up between the bass drum and the snare drum. So if I have 12, it's 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Against the pattern, 1. Okay. Number 13. The eighth note and 2/16. The eighth note is equal to 2/16, so you have 1 E. Then you have 2/16, and 1 E, and okay, here we go. All right, everything together. 1 E, and 3 E, and 4. 1 E, and 1. That was a different one. Okay, we go to 14. All right, 14, a 16th note rest, and 3/16. That would be 1 E, and okay, so we're going to play that with the bass drum. 1 E, and hi-hats 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E, and 2 E, and 3 E, and 4. Okay, so here we go, everything together. 1. Not least, number 15, because we're going to work with 16 through 22 Wednesday, and plus we're going to review all of this. So it'll be a little bit longer of a lesson. Okay, so we're on 15, 4/16. 1 E, and 3 E, and 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, I'm just giving you one sort of pattern, and I'm not being creative enough, however, but there's a lot of things you can do with this. The way I usually hear something like this at first, before I move it, I lay it down here like this and get familiar with it, but then you play this. 1, I'm sure everybody's heard that. 1 and 2 and 3. That disco stuff drives me crazy. But it's good to develop that kind of coordination. And believe me, this kind of stuff makes it a lot easier. What's this? No, you're not playing heel toe. I'm sorry. Thank you for pointing that out. My actual, when I'm playing this kind of pattern, I play with my heel up and I'm squashing the hi-hat. If you want to take this approach, you look at line 2 of Stick Control book. Line 2, you have, everybody thinks I'm crazy, but this is where it all comes from. You have line 2 is starting with the left hand, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now I'm going to do a substitution here. Okay? I'm going to play all the lefts with my hi-hat and all the rights with my right hand. 1 E and squash, squash, 4 E. So in reality with this pattern, I am playing line 2. There's all kinds of insane things that I come up with to help everybody. But that's what it is. It's the heel and toe is not in this movement here. It's just the squashy mode, 1 E and the 2. I'm getting that chick, 1 E and the 2 and the 3. You gotta pull. When I'm playing the jazz pattern, you know, I have many moons ago, I don't want to tell you, it's probably older than you are, ago. I don't know if you ever heard of Tommy Campbell. Tommy Campbell's a hell of a drummer. And I think he played with Dizzy Gillespie for a while, and he actually, I think he studied with Gary Chester as well. Okay? Now, what I'm doing here with that left hand, you heard of him, huh? 1, you're doing 1, 2. he come up with this new technique. It's the slide. How do you do? I'm doing that with my foot. I am going toe heel this time. I'm going squashing on 1, 2, 3, and this guy, like, I did go up to the city. I wanted to take a few lessons with him. I took 2 lessons, but it wasn't really lessons. It was jamming. And that's one thing that we worked with. And it was really nice. This particular pattern, I am going to do that pattern. That frees up my right hand to play other crazy things against the patterns of the fat back, the backbeat. We understand the gentleman. So my heel's not down. My heel is up. What is it? These pop-up things drive me crazy. So I'm playing with my heel up and squashing it. If I want to get that swish, then I rip down the toe. 1, and close. I'll do a demonstration on that on a video. That takes away from this. It opens up a lot of things. I haven't worked on anything like that in a while, but I will. Okay, so did I do number 15 for you, gentlemen? Well, it depends with the right foot, okay? I usually, when I'm doing something like this, demonstrating on a instructional platform, yes, I'm playing with my foot flat on the board. Now, I get more speed occasionally when I'm playing up-tempo with my heel up and just playing with the toe, because if I go like this, there's a different muscle than pushing, okay? I usually, it depends on what I'm doing, what I'm playing. I keep when I'm playing this right now, demonstrating it, I play that right foot, I could say flat-footed, I guess. My foot is flat on the board. Now, when I want volume, see, that's the slide method goes with the bass drum. My heel comes down, my heel's up, I hit it with the toe, and bring down my heel. That gives me an additional hit. Okay, it depends. Yeah, well, there's a lot of notes there. That's why, Paul. You got to slow down. See, the slower you do this, the stronger you become. 1 E. Let me do 14. Let me do a flat rate. I'm going up tempo. 1. I was still flat-footed, believe it or not. I was trying for my benefit. But when I play up tempo a lot, I have my heels off the board. Yeah, different things call for different techniques, and that's what you're learning. Okay. Wednesday, remember what I said. I'm going to try the site. If it works, great. If not, give me 10 minutes, we're going to come to YouTube. That being said, I'm going to close up, unless there's some questions you would like me to address. You're welcome, Paul. My pleasure. You guys have been with me for some time now. Everybody's hanging out, having a good time. Hopefully, you guys are learning. So, you too, Paul. No questions, okay. So we have Mike, and who else is here? And Jeremy. Who else? And Mike. Okay. We're going to see everybody Wednesday, 1 p.m. Good, I'm glad. I'm glad I could be helpful. Gentlemen, have a great night and practice. We're all learning, no matter, you know, I don't know if most of you guys know about all the sites I have on Facebook. But, you know, there's the level of ignorance, man, it gets really crazy with some of these guys. Now, hold on a second, wait one second. You know, when you say learning, all right, we all are learning. And see, there's nobody better than anybody else. We're all on the same journey, but we're at different levels. That's all. So that doesn't make Mike better than Paul, and Paul better than Matt, and the other Mike better than Ross. You know, that's child shit. You practice to get better, to go further, become more creative. Simple. Okay. Have a good night, gentlemen.